Well, hey guys, Todd here again with TW Home Show and RV Adventures. I'm on an RV adventure currently up in Canada, and I'm glad you tuned in today because today is the day I finally share with you how I made my RV smart. And people say, well, Todd, how can you make a RV smart? It's limited. Yeah, it's limited, but YOLINK, with YOLINK gives you so many more options, and it's so flexible and easy to set up that it's just the most less hassle, stress-free way to make an RV very powerful and smart. So today I'm hooking up just one more sensor from YOLINK. They make hundreds of devices, it seems, that can work and connect to your main YOLINK hub, which you'll need in order to connect all these devices. But then they're long range, they're dependable, very dependable, and rock solid. So this is the outdoor weatherproof YOLINK sensor. This doesn't have a display built in, but it will show you the display on the app, and also it can announce temperatures to you. And that's why I'm adding this outside underneath the backside of the RV, as you can see here. So I found a spot up here behind this plate where the trailer electric plug is, and I'm gonna just strap it up in there. I've got some nylon straps here today, and we're gonna go ahead and strap it up, and I'll show you more of my YOLINK smart RV system and how you can make your RV smart as well, or home, like I've done. Stay tuned. Today I'm going to show you, I'm going to take you for a walk inside and out, or outside and in. We'll start outside first, of all the YOLINK smart devices I use in my RV, and there's probably many more that I haven't, reached out and researched yet. But, and I've researched a lot about YOLINK. They work off of a LoRa long range frequency, and that works within their hub, or YOLINK hub router. The YOLINK hub, they have two different hubs. One that's wired in by network cable, and one that's also Wi-Fi with a speaker built in. I have both, believe it or not, in this RV because I just added the speaker hub on this trip. And I'm going to show you all about it. So first of all, we have the outdoor campsite temperature right here. That sensor down there where the hitch is. You saw me just install that. And if we go up here to the door, you see I do have one of their YOLINK smart outlets right there. And my Govee outdoor lights, LED light strips underneath, they can be turned on or off remotely with that YOLINK outlet. And then we go around to the front of the RV, we'll pop the hood on it, lift this up. Now, if I get up in here and show you, right back there, if you can see, let me point to it. Right there, there's a YOLINK temperature sensor with a display on it. Now I had that as my campsite temperature, but when you stop, the engine is really hot, so that was inaccurate. But now I've got an engine temperature sensor right there, and I can keep tabs and monitor that. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one there. Could be useful. Then we'll walk around here. And this is the new power compartment that I've been working on over last year, installing a new power system and power inverter, I should say, and lithium batteries to our RV. And here it is in here. Turn the light on. Now, if you look in here, you'll see, let me turn you around. Now you'll see right up there above the fuse panel, I got a YOLINK temperature sensor right there as well. So it keeps tabs. It says it's 84.7 degrees currently in the power compartment. Now it's nice to know because we've got a solar power station, an inverter converter here, 3,000 watt, two lithium batteries, and then also in this compartment here, we got another giant lithium battery that's connected. All right, turn this light out. Now you say, Todd, is there more on the outside of the RV? Yes, still have another one in this compartment here. This compartment here is when we go on long travels, I bring my Blue Eddy battery power station inverter built in. And what I have here, well, if I can find it, right here, a YOLINK smart outlet again. And I use that to turn this, the charge cord from Mom's house where we're staying right now. It'll charge this up with her outlet. And right now it's at 90%. So we're running the RV off of here right now because I've got the YOLINK outlet also turned on. It's charging at the same time. All right, now I'm bringing you inside the RV, and this is where I guess the brains happen. This is where the YOLINK hub is. The original YOLINK hub I got is a network cable wired in to my MoFi router. It's a cellular router, and I got it right up here. I've got the cellular router.
The engine compartment temperature is 67.6 degrees. The RV inside temperature is 71.2 degrees.
That's just one of the notifications I have set up for the YOLINK smart RV system. And here's the YOLINK router right here. This is the original YOLINK router, and it's wired in by network cable directly into my cellular router that works off of T-Mobile and brings us Wi-Fi through T-Mobile cellular wherever we're at, usually 8 times out of 10, depending on your location and T-Mobile coverage. And then I've got also Starlink as a fail-safe backup. So Starlink is actually hooked into a YOLINK smart outlet up here. Notice it's turned off now. I can remotely turn this on, so if I'm outside hooking the Starlink dish up to my pole on the ladder outside, I can actually grab my phone out there out of my pocket and go ahead and have this boot up by turning it on remotely from the YOLINK app, and I don't have to run back in here and hit a switch or plug this Starlink router in. It's all automated through the YOLINK app and through the YOLINK hub, like I was telling you. Now I do have another switch while we're up here. It's a YOLINK outlet right here, smart outlet, and this outlet actually you can actually turn these on manually too with the button on the side of them. If I press that, and then the indicator light turns blue if it's on, red if it's off. So I manually turn that on, but I could tell my Alexa to turn it on. I could open the YOLINK app to turn it on. It's up to you because now you've got lots more variety of how to operate your RV. And this outlet actually turns on this oscillating fan. So at night, if you get warm, you can turn that on just by talking to Alexa or, like I said, the YOLINK app. And we can turn it off manually if we want, like this. Actually, let's turn it off. Let's see if I remember the name. Go. Turn off RV fan. It worked. The outlet's red, it's off. So you got to remember the names of what you give every item that's connected to your YOLINK device. If you don't remember the name, you can always open the app and it's all labeled within the app, just how you originally set it up. Now I'm in the master bathroom back here in the RV, and we do have a motion sensor here. Now that's an outdoor one. You can have that outdoor. It's weatherproof, splash proof, waterproof, rainproof. That's the only one I had left. I ran out of the indoor ones. I'll show you the indoor ones in just a minute, but that one works just as well inside. And I've got it out of the way, tucked way back up in the corner there that we never use back here. And I believe that's all the smart stuff we have back here. I forgot to show you one more sensor. It's in our master bathroom. And down here where the washer is, we did have an incident where this Our gray tank was overflowed. It was too full, and we ran a load of wash, and it leaked water out out below the sink where the connections are to the washer, and started leaking all into our bedroom here before we noticed. So now I added this YOLINK leak detector sensor. It's got contacts on the bottom, contacts right there on the top, and we'll test this out in a little bit. I'll show you how it works. Now if we go up here, we've got a YOLINK smart outlet right here. We've got plugged in these light strips for the ceiling all the way down. Now before, I had to pick up this little remote control, and I still have this handy because I can change the colors on the light strip, but I like the light strip as white. I don't like doing funky things in here, whatever. Well, maybe sometimes late at night, but I like them white because that's how the normal lighting is, kind of whitish yellow. But now I can remotely turn it on with the smart Alexa device or remote control, and I haven't even, that's the first time I mentioned it. YOLINK's got a remote control now, remote control fob, but we'll talk about that in just a moment. We do have, like I told you, the new speaker hub, and I've got this plugged in back here. I'm going to show you how I have everything plugged in back here. All right, so this is the smart YOLINK hub, speaker hub. Now this can act as a standalone hub, and you connect all your YOLINK devices, new YOLINK devices, to this hub, just like you can with the wired hub I showed you earlier. But this one works off of just Wi-Fi. Now I'm keeping both hubs because I've already got everything connected to that hub in there. That was my original first hub. And if you know anything about IT, usually you want your main hubs and everything connected by wire for dependability and reliability. So this one is mainly, I'm just using it as a smart notification speaker, and I'll show you how that works in just a moment. But if we pull this off in my RV, this is where I plugged it in, and this outlet is always on, even riding down the road, so the passengers can watch TV. It's always on. So I added an adapter so I can, like a power strip, so I can have several things in here. And I got a YOLINK outlet right here for the fireplace, to turn the fireplace on and off remotely, and a YOLINK outlet over here, right here, and that will turn on the lower floor lights underneath the cabinets. And of course I got the speaker hub coming out of this panel here. Now let's try the Echo, turn on RV floor lights. Nice. Thank you, YOLINK. All right, now Echo, turn off ceiling lights. Let's check these out. Echo, turn on ceiling lights. So stuff like that you thought you could never automate. Now I know these are added lights and that are plugged into outlets, and that's currently how you have to incorporate smart things into your RV. Like I wish maybe YOLINK got more into RV stuff and could tap some sort of module into these bulbs here, or maybe a bulb that has a built-in YOLINK chip in it or something like that. That would be pretty cool, but that's for the future. Now also, here's the other motion sensor I have right here in the entry door area.
The engine compartment temperature is 68.5 degrees.
So it tells me the engine compartment temperature. I'm going to change that to campsite temperature, and then I made it delay, and it'll tell me the inside temperature from that YOLINK thermometer or temperature sensor over there with the display on the fireplace. So now I've showed you, I think, everything. That's a lot of devices, guys. Now we're going to sit down and I'm going to show you a little bit on the app how the speaker hub works. And you say, hey Todd, yeah, all these motion sensors and stuff like that, what actually can you do with it? What is it going to warn you about that's actually necessary when you're trying to enjoy traveling in your RV and camping? Well, there's a lot of things that you have to pay attention to when you're on the road in an RV and you get distracted and you let one of them slip by you and you don't remember to check it. Maybe an important temperature, and it blows out your inverter, or your batteries get too hot, your battery compartment gets too hot, all kinds of stuff like that. The speaker hub will keep you notified through notifications.
The inside temperature is 72.1 degrees.
See, that was the time delayed. So it tells us the inside shortly after we pass that motion sensor. So if you come indoors, after you sit down, you'll be like, man, it feels hot in here. Wonder what the temperature is. It automatically gets to that for you. All right, now let me quickly explain how to use the YOLINK devices in your RV to make your RV smarter and to take full advantage of them. I like to have an Alexa device here. I've got one on the counter in my RV right here.
The engine compartment temperature is 69.6 degrees.
And we're going to modify that in a minute. I'm going to show you how to set up those routines. And then in here, in our master bedroom, we do have another Amazon device right here, a full-size show and a 5-inch show on the kitchen counter. And we actually use those to conference call through video back home to my dad, check in on him when we're out in the RV. But here's how I use it with the YOLINK devices. So as you saw, I do have the Amazon will actually ask for a request from your YOLINK devices, so you can get status updates of the temperatures and stuff like that. That's what I like to use the Amazon to get the status updates. Now the YOLINK speaker hub that I got that's new right down here, that will give you speaking notifications from the actions or I guess the settings you have of your devices. Like if you have a low temperature setting on the thermostat,
The RV
temperature
is 75.6 degrees.
right here, if I have that set at a high alert, then I can have the speaker announce it to me. So if I'm sleeping and say, hey, what happened to our electric? The refrigerator's up to 60 degrees or something. And I can awake and figure out and solve that issue. Also, like I showed you, we have the leak detector down here in the bathroom on the floor next to the washer right down here in the corner to notify, because this is the most leak prone area back here with the washer
The engine compartment temperature is 69.6
and the shower. So we've got that monitored for any type of leaks. And you can use those leak detectors, I'm sure, in any other bays, like your storage compartments and stuff like that might be nice to have. So let's sit down here. I'm going to show you first on the Alexa how I have the YOLINK motion sensors send me, notifications when I pass by the sensor. And we'll show how I set them up and how you can modify those notifications. Now, adding a new YOLINK smart device to your YOLINK system is as easy as this. Take a look. It takes a couple minutes, maybe at the most. Open up your smart YOLINK app. And at the top of the app, after you get it open, you'll see a little barcode scan logo. Go ahead and select that. And it opens up a scanner screen with your camera activated. And on the back of this YOLINK temperature sensor, there's a QR code. This is a QR code scanner. And I go ahead and scan that. And bam, it's already recognized this. It's pulling it into your YOLINK system. And we're going to go ahead and name it. I'm going to name this, I'm going to put this temperature sensor outside, and it's going to be campsite. So anytime I ask it, what's the campsite temperature, it's going to be on whatever campsite we're at, anywhere around the country or other country. In this case, we're in Canada. So I'm going to save that. And room, I'm going to set the room. I got all of my smart RV YOLINK devices in the RV here together in a room labeled RV, and check at the top corner. And we're going to go ahead and select bind device, that button there in the app. And it's going to tell you to go ahead and press the set button on back of your device, or if it's a smart outlet, it will be the power button. Go ahead and press it and select done on here. And now we'll go to I've got several different rooms set up because I've got tons of the YOLINK smart devices all around my Florida home. And now in my RV, you're going to see as we take a tour around here, but we're going to make sure this campsite, it is showing right there at the bottom, newly added. It says 74.3 degrees, and that's the temperature inside. Now this YOLINK temperature sensor is weatherproof. It can be placed outdoors in weather and damp environments. So I'm going to strap this up to the bottom of the RV like you just saw me do, and we're going to enjoy knowing what the campsite temperature is at any moment of the day, wherever we are. Okay, first off, I'm going to go into the Alexa app. Go ahead and connect to that and go into More, bottom right corner, and go into Routines. And you can sort by your routines. I'm sorting by last created. As you can see, I have that selected there. Select Done. And I'm looking for RV motion inside temperature. Let's see. RV door temperature sensor. That's what I'm going to select. RV motion sensor detects motion. And then what will Alexa do? Alexa, it's going to ask, stop, what is the engine compartment temperature? Now I'm going to click on that. I'm going to change that because remember I added that other YOLINK sensor out by the hitch. That'll give us a more accurate reading. So if we're just coming off of a drive in an RV, we won't get the true outdoor temperature from the engine compartment because the engine will be hot. So we're going to do what is the campsite temperature, because I named that YOLINK outdoor weatherproof sensor campsite. So now I'm going to select next, and we see it set up correctly. I'm going to select finish at the bottom and then hit the back button, the top left, and that should all be set. Now I've got the motion sensor right here on the table. I'm going to go ahead, because it's magnetic. This is the one by the door. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this up and reenact that I walked in or outside that door and see if we get the campsite temperature from our Alexa this time. So let's take a look. Now I also assigned it to announce it from this one, not from the Alexa in the back. So here's our motion sensor. I'm going to pick it up. We'll see.
The campsite temperature is 82 degrees.
It works. We changed it to the other sensor in the back that we just installed earlier. So that's all set up. I can go ahead and stick this back near the door, right on its magnetic plate there. Now let's see what else we can do. Okay, next we're going to take a look at the speaker hub and what we can assign that to give us notifications or tones or sounds if something happens from a YOLINK sensor. So I'm going to go into YOLINK, enter my app, and at the top you'll see the rooms, and I can scroll through this. Look at all the rooms I have. Look at all these.
Inside temperature is 75.6 degrees.
Now, so these are all the rooms, and I can select RV. I select that room for everything YOLINK in the RV that I've ever added in the last year or two. So as you can see, I got lots and lots. Because you're wondering, hey Todd, how much can you make the RV that much smarter with YOLINK? Look at all these different attachments and devices from YOLINK I've installed in the RV here. So I'm going to go ahead and if I go to Smart at the bottom of the app, and I'm going to go to Automation at the top, and these are all automations I've set up. So let's see, like I mentioned, the fridge. I'm going to select fridge, high temperature warning, select that, and I've named it. This is the name I gave it on this automation for the speaker hub and when this happens. So if I select this, I got the fridge temperature, high temperature alert. When it reaches a high temperature in my RV fridge, I want to hear or be notified about that through the YOLINK speaker hub. So the behavior is going to be, I select plus and I select the speaker hub. And what it's going to do, I got it selected to play tone, and it's a warning tone. See if you go to notifications, and I set it as a warning tone and a voice message. And I typed this message in here. Alert, the RV fridge is not cooling properly. The temperature inside the fridge is over 49 degrees. Your beer is not going to be cool and refreshing. So I want it to repeat just one time. Now if I did no repeat, it's just going to say it once, but I want it to do it a couple times in case that's important, that if the fridge is working or not. So I'm going to have it repeat one time after it says it the first time. So I'm going to get 2 notifications from that speaker hub, and then at a specific volume. So if I have the speaker hub set to a lower volume, now that has volume control directly on top of the speaker hub that you can adjust manually. But if that's overridden, I want it to go to a specific volume to make sure I hear it overnight. So you can slide this to a higher volume if you want, and check that, and it will always say this notification at that volume level. And you can, I like this, you can hit test at the bottom and have it test to hear what it's going to say or sound like. So we're going to test it.
Alert. The RV fridge is not cooling properly. The temperature inside the fridge is over 49 degrees. Your beer is not going to be cool and refreshing. Alert. The RV fridge is not cooling properly. The temperature inside the fridge is over 49 degrees. Your beer is not going to be cool and refreshing.
Isn't that cool? That is good to know. So, like I said, managing an RV has a lot of responsibilities. Any type of system could break down here and there. Believe me, I've experienced it. And so just having all these remote reminders helps me managing everything I need to manage. So here's another thing. Let's see. RV washroom water detected. So this is a good one. RV leak sensor. That's the one on the floor in the back washroom area. When water is detected, behavior, I selected the speaker hub, and I gave it an emergency tone alert, and it's going to say something. So we're going to try this out in real life. I'm going to take, let's see, I got a bottle of water back here. I'll just clean up a little mess because I want to try this out. All right, I'm going to take this bottle of water right here and pour some on top of this leak detector. I got a red light.
RV leak sensor detected a water leak. Warning. A water leak has been detected in the RV. Please check for leaks immediately. I know you don't want a flood in here. Warning. A water leak has been detected in the RV. Please check for leaks immediately. I know you don't want a flood in here.
Let's go clean up the mess. All right, now that you've seen the basics of YOLINK and how to make it work with your Alexa smart devices and displays or the YOLINK speaker hub, there's another item they got that works great in an RV setting, and that's the YOLINK fob. And they got different kinds of fobs with different assortment of buttons, like on, off. These I have set up with YOLINK smart parameters, automations, and each button does 2 different automations or things. So I got to get a better way to label this. As you can see, it's a little smudged by my thin marker Sharpie. I need to find some better way to label this, but I kind of know the way now. Now you can use these buttons from the key fob directly, or you can use it through Alexa, or you can use it from the YOLINK app. Those buttons, same buttons here with the same settings. So I've got outside on lights, and I've noticed how I get the notification from the speaker hub. So the speaker hub plays into this. You don't have to have it, but I like it because it just it confirms to me that I did place an action with the YOLINK fob. I'm going to press the outside lights on. I'm going to press it once for on.
RV outside lights are turned on.
So our RV LE ground strips are turned on now, and if I long press it, same button, they'll go off. That's a long press.
RV outside lights are turned off.
Now we got the floor lights underneath the cabinets. We can turn them on, which they already are on. So I'm going to press off. I'm going to do a long press. Now they're off.
Lights are turned off.
We'll turn them back on.
Floor lights are turned on.
Cool. All right, we're going to do ceiling lights off because they're on now. I'm going to hold long press this.
Ceiling lights are turned off.
I don't have to tell you. We'll turn them back on.
Ceiling lights are turned on.
Sweet. Thank you, YOLINK. Now all off right here. We can press this one time. I set for button 4. Press it.
All lights, inside and out of the RV are turned off. I wish you sweet dreams. Or, if this RV is rocking, I hope no one comes knocking. LOL.
Guys, thank you for tuning in to another one of my videos, especially this RV Adventures video. I'm trying to build the channel with RVers as well as my regular TW Home Show subscribers. So if you like this video and you want to promote smart items like you've done in your smart home to other people, even especially people who travel now, share this video with them. And please, if you haven't subscribed yet, I'm trying to grow the channel and become a little bit more popular to help more people out on their journeys and around their homes across America and across the world with smart things and gadgets and projects, you name it. That's what I'm trying to promote on my channel and help other people like you. So please make sure you've subscribed, leave a comment below. Of course, leave a like on this video, and I'll leave the products, all the products mentioned in this video, anything by YOLINK, in my video description below this video. So be sure to check those links out. The YOLINK products are very affordable, and you're just going to love the reliability of them and the affordability of them. And you'll come back and you'll thank me later. So guys, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one.